What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, coming at you with another upload. And today I will be giving you another perfume experience, and this time it's from a Middle Eastern house that is known and has been around for quite some time. And this house is known for traditional Middle Eastern perfumery, so think oud, musk, rose oils, etc. And today's house that we're talking about is ASAQ, or AbdulSamad AlQurashi, which is, as I mentioned earlier, and I re-emphasize this again, is very well renowned in Middle Eastern perfumery. They put out quite amazing scents, everything from attars to perfumes and anything in between. They also do some incense products for home, for your home. So they're really good at what they do, and I've been a fan of their work for years now. As of recent, I have obtained a bottle of a perfume from ASAQ. In particular, I've obtained Bois de Oud, the Heritage Edition in handcrafted crystal. And you know, without further ado, I'll take you guys through what this looks like. So this is the package it arrives in. There's also a sleeve, but I took the sleeve off just, you know, for ease of making this video. So this is the package, as you can see, and it opens upwards and you get to see the bottle on the inside. And there's also the upper side here, which just shows the logo of the house and just mentions the name. But this is what we're looking at with respect to the bottle. It's a gorgeous presentation here. I can't say enough good things about it, but I'm gonna go ahead and get on pulling the bottle. It is really stuck in there, so bear with me for a moment. Okay, so with respect to the bottle, we have a crystal bottle, and let me just adjust the camera here. You have a crystal bottle, which is a stunning presentation. You get to see the juice, but it's also hefty and heavy, and it's just overall a very aesthetically pleasing design. This is what it looks like from the side. This is what it looks like from the bottom. And the top has the AbdulSamad AlQurashi logo. All right. The first thing you're gonna note is the color of the juice. Even though this is 80% alcohol by volume and only 20% oils, it is a very dark juice nonetheless. More interestingly is the fact that there is some oud chips or oud wood chips in there. At least that's what the website claims. Not sure if your camera will be able to capture that. Hopefully you will. So these are there for presentation purposes mainly, but also my understanding is that if this is authentic oud chips or wood, then this over time macerates even more and adds more to the scent. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention with respect to the presentation is that this is a crystal bottle, and writing wise you're gonna see Khashab al-Oud up there, and it is also Bois de Oud handcrafted crystal, and it is the Heritage Edition. All right, so with this, as with all Middle Eastern perfumers, the recipe is a secret. Other than the fact that it is an oud-centered perfume, there are no published notes on the ASAQ website. So really, when you're buying this, as with most Middle Eastern perfumes, you're kind of trusting the perfumer at their word that they're selling you something that is authentic. Why they do this, I'm gonna assume, is because it's a trade secret and they want to keep it in the family and they don't want to lose money on sharing the secret. whatever the case may be, there is no notes around. You might find some notes online here and there, but that's just people making educated guesses or their best guesses or guesstimations at what might be in here. So rather than going over notes, because again, I'm not a trained, I don't have a trained nose here, and yeah, I'm just gonna go off of my experience of what I think this smells like to me and on my skin, and also how it functions and operates as a scent. So with respect to what it smells like, this is so good. Okay, so I mainly get 2 notes and none of them is oud, which I know might be frustrating to some of you watching this, or some of you might be able to pick on the oud. Again, I don't have that trained of a nose, so maybe my nose does not recognize the oud is in here relative to the ouds I've experienced, but I digress. The 2 notes that I pick up on here are soap and incense. Yes, you heard me correctly, soap. As a matter of fact, the soap note in here smells exactly like the soap note in Chanel 1957. If you smell Chanel 1957, you'll know what I'm talking about. It has this soapy, clean quality to it. It's like an old school gentleman's perfume. You get this here, but I would say it's even more refined. It's even more classy. And it is not really off-putting. The first few times I smelled the soap note in Chanel 1957 before this, it put me off and I didn't end up buying the bottle because I thought to myself, why would I pay in excess of $200, $300 for a perfume that smells like soap when I can go buy a bar of soap? But then something is really interesting with this. When I smelled this, and even though I picked on the soap and I was not gonna go and buy it, the more I smelt it, the more somehow this classy, elegant, soapy note just captivated me. It smells clean, but it's classy clean. It's like the difference between buying a $2 bar of soap and a specialized Portuguese soap that costs you $30 per bar. There's a difference in the scent, there's a difference in performance. It's just classy, it's opulent, it is luxurious. Well, I said opulent, so luxurious is kind of a downgrade, but let's stick with opulent. It's awesome. I've never thought I'd say this, but soapy notes in perfumes, if done well, are fantastic. Fantastic. It's classy, it's clean, it's exhilarating, and it's just acceptable. It's a recognized scent, but if it's done really well, it elevates a perfume. And you get some of that here, and that is what I pick on when I smell this. Now, I'm gonna take another whiff just because this is how awesome this is. The second bit is incense. Now, I'm gonna say in particular, if you smelled Middle Eastern / churchy incense, so that's basically resinous incense, things like frankincense, myrrh, and a lot of these resins, when they're laid on a coal and they're allowed to smoke out slowly on a basically slowly heated coal, or on in an incense or a oud heater that uses the little glass piece, and basically the heater heats the chip or the incense or the resin slowly. You get a lot of that here, and again, it is done extremely well. It is so refined, it is so classy, it is not obnoxious at all. You don't get the smoky bite in there that you typically get when you're burning incense. You're only getting the clean incense smell, and it is just amazing. It's a combination of class, elegance, but there's also a spiritual element to it. There's this sort of meditative aspect to it, where you smell it and it puts you at ease. But think refined ease. It's the difference again between going to, let's say, your average massage parlor and then going to a high-end spa where you get spoiled and pampered. So this is the best way I can explain it. It's just done so well. It's two basic notes being incense and soap, and they're just done so well here and in such an elevated manner that even though you recognize the notes, you still think, wow, this is something special. There's something going on here more than just those two notes. And frankly, it's just one of those perfumes where it's just amazing. You can't go wrong with this in terms of the way it smells. Again, I will emphasize this, I can't smell oud in it, so it makes me wonder if there's any oud in this actually at all. But then again, I mean, ASAQ is a well-known house. I'd highly doubt they sell something to which the claim isn't accurate. I think that just would be a reputation ruiner, and especially at the price point at which these sell. So this is, if my memory serves me correctly, is about $300 plus off of the ASAQ website, and you're getting about 100 mils, yeah. So it is a gorgeous scent nonetheless, whether it has oud in it or not, other than the chips, because technically speaking, I think there are some regulations where, let's say, the actual oil and juice itself might not have oud in it, but because they put some chips at the bottom, they can go ahead and claim that this has oud in it. So you have to be careful also with marketing, because I'm not saying that's the case with this, but when you play a little bit with the language, you can get away with stuff under regulation. So now, whether this has oud or not, other than the chips at the bottom of the bottle, your guess is as good as mine. Does it smell fantastic? Yes. Would I recommend splurging on it? Yes. So without further ado then, because I've been running my mouth on this bit now for longer than I intended to, but in terms of where would you wear this, I would say you can wear it anywhere, but I think it's better suited for formal occasion and formal attire. It's just the way the scent is, it's what it lends itself to. It's more of a formal scent. So if you have a suit and you wear it on a suit, it will go very well. You can still wear it casually, but it's not going to be the same. You'll pull it off. It's a great scent. You'll get quite a bit of compliments with it, but it is not a casual scent in my humble opinion. I'd say it's more of a formal scent, formal occasion. It's office safe. You can definitely wear it to the office because it does not have any of that stinky, nasty sort of cow manure oud in here. It's a very clean smell, so you can wear it to the office. Now, with respect to performance, in terms of projection and sillage, I'm gonna say medium for both. Actually, you know what? I'll say, yeah, projection medium, sillage low. And again, this scent is not intended to be a beast mode scent, even though I've seen some people say it is. On my skin, it's not. This is more, again, meant to be for your own pleasure, for your own personal use first, and for impressing others second. So this is that kind of scent. In terms of projection, the reason I say it's medium is because when I do put it on my skin, I can still smell it, but it's not to the point where it's obnoxious. A lot of Middle Eastern perfumes and oils, especially made in the Middle East, tend to give me headaches and make me a bit sick or allergic. This does not, and that's also one of the reasons why I say in terms of projection, it's a medium. It sits well on your skin and projects well. You can smell it off of your skin. It'll waft towards your nose through the day, and you can smell it constantly. So this is one of those perfumes where it doesn't fade in and out in terms of projections, but it's constantly projecting at the same rate, which is something I really appreciate about this. In terms of sillage, I'd say, again, going by my own skin, not that great of a sillage. I'll spray it and basically it sticks around the area I've sprayed it. It does not trail behind me as I walk. So it's one of those perfumes, again, as I mentioned, it's closer to a skin scent rather than a projecting scent, even though this has alcohol as a carrier. But that's not a bad thing per se. Again, I appreciate the fact that it is not overbearing, especially that it has a Middle Eastern DNA, which I find can be a bit sickening. But in terms of sillage, I'm gonna say low for my skin. Overall, I highly recommend this if you don't have it in your collection. Even though it's a bit on the pricey side, given that you're getting 100 ml relative to, let's say, artisanal or other niche brands, you're actually really getting a very good deal in terms of, you know, dollar per milliliter. Yeah, dollar per milliliter. I would say that if you're very stuck on notes and you want to know what you're paying for, do more research. There's forums online, there are people giving their opinions, but unfortunately ASIQ does not publish the notes. So you're taking a bit of a gamble with this in terms of whether there's authentic oud in it or not, but in terms of scent, beauty and utility and just overall experience, blind buy. You won't regret it. It's a gorgeous scent, and I highly recommend it, and you'll thoroughly enjoy it. I've yet to meet anyone that said anything bad about it or even read reviews online. Obviously there's going to be a few here and there, but for the most part the opinions I've seen on this are very positive. So if you were on the fence about this, or maybe you had an old iteration and you were thinking, should I buy this new one, I'd say go for it. If you really like this sort of scent DNA, if you like a Middle Eastern scent that is incense and soap focused note wise, go for it. It's a stunningly gorgeous scent. Okay, so I think that'll be it for today. Thank you for tuning in, and for those few additional subscribers that joined, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys have enjoyed the few uploads I've had so far. And in terms of content or the direction of this channel, I've mentioned in my other videos, I don't have a particular scope at this point. I'm just going with what I enjoy and what I'm really into as of the moment. But I'm sure you guys will be able to tune into what I get up to very soon if the scope of the channel changes. However, for the time being, fragrances are increasingly becoming a passion of mine, and I'm trying to get deeper into it and get a better understanding and appreciation of the craftsmanship as well as the notes. So stay tuned for more uploads. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll chat to you guys soon. Cheers.